So today we're going to be explaining what is included in the Float Ready package. It comes with a lot of extra cool stuff, and it's definitely the way to go if you can.
Yes.
Go with that.
It's definitely, especially if you're, well, first of all, we only offer the Float Ready package to the lower 48 U.S. states. Right now, we cannot ship the main thing, which is salt, internationally or outside of the 48 states even. It's just too expensive, so it's better for those customers to source it locally, which we have videos, you know, for when you purchase to show you how to do that. So it's super easy, but this video is still good for those of you that can't get the Float Ready package, because you can learn about everything that you do need to get if you can't get the Float Ready.
Yes.
But if you're in the 48, this is for sure 100% the way to go, because, you know, you could source all this stuff. You're probably not going to pay less, and it's going to take you a lot more time to get it all together. So might as well just let us send it to you.
Yep, make it easy, and you don't have to pay for shipping twice because it'll all come together.
Yep, exactly.
So when you get a tank or a tent, you get our heating system, which comes with heater pads and temperature control. You also get our filtration system, which comes with an inline carbon filter and filter bags. And then you get a hydrometer to measure salt and water levels, and earplugs. But when you get the upgrade, you also get, do you want to explain? Oh, I'll say them. Okay.
You want me to be Vanna White?
Yes, 2 spare filter bags.
Not one.
Not one, but 2 spare filter bags.
2.
Then you get pH test strips. So these make it super easy to test your pH levels. You just take a little tab from one of these bottles, dip it in your water, and then there's a measuring guide for the different pH levels and alkalinity levels on the back of this bottle. So you can just check it really easy. You go through these really fast because you're going to be checking water levels about every week. So I think these come with 25 in a bottle.
Yep,
yes.
25.
25. So both of those will last you about a year if you just use one a week. So that's really awesome to have those just on hand, ready to go, so you can stay up on water maintenance.
Yep, so two of these, we don't send any of these with just the tank or tent, right? I don't think we do. Yeah, so
no, we don't.
Anyhow, so you get 2 of these, which, like Mo said, tests your pH, your peroxide, and your alkalinity. Peroxide, you know, you can get these test strips at like hot tub or pool supplies, but it's very difficult to find test strips that also test for peroxide, because pools and hot tubs don't use peroxide, they use chlorine. So it's very difficult to find these. So these you can get on our website or in the Float Ready package.
Yep, they're awesome. So the next thing it comes with is pH up and down. So after you've used those test strips, if you see your pH is high or your pH is low, you'll use these to balance it back out.
Yeah, and so these are 8-ounce bottles each, and they come with a little scooper in there. So when your pH is too high, you just throw 1 scoop of pH down in there, and when your pH is too low, you throw 1 scoop of pH up in there. So it's really simple. It's not rocket science, that's for sure.
Yeah, it takes like maybe 5 minutes to do all of that testing.
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing you get is a Scumbug, which is awesome. This just floats on top of your water and helps collect oils from your skin or your hair, or if you had leftover lotion or shampoos in your hair on your skin, that'll just collect it and just makes cleanup a lot easier. It keeps your filter bags cleaner and longer lasting. So that's a great little additional tool to have for water cleanliness.
Yeah, so your filter bag, this hooks to your water pump that we also supply with your tank or tent purchase. This will clean the, I guess, under the surface of the water really well. You know, all that water will get filtered, you know, through this bag, and that's what cleans that. But this doesn't clean the surface of your water. So that's what this is for. Like Mo said, you're going to have oils come off your body, just different things, and this just soaks it all up. So when you're not floating, you throw this in and let it do its job. When you are floating, take it out so it doesn't bump into you, and it'll then you throw it back in when you're done floating, so it cleans the top of your water.
Yep. So the next thing you get, which is really cool, are float headphones. Woo! So these are waterproof underwater headphones with a 9-foot cord. So if it plugs into your phone, you don't have to worry about your phone getting wet or being near the tank. It's really far away. And they're great for listening to guided meditations to help you relax at the start of your float, or if you want to listen to music to help you calm down, or for learning audiobooks or learning a language. These are awesome. And you'll have to wear earplugs anyways, so this just works in place of earplugs and can be used as an additional tool.
Yeah, one other plus, just because when you're floating at home, especially in our tank, you're getting a way better experience than you can get anywhere else. So you're probably going to risk like floating a lot longer than you planned for. So these are really good for setting an alarm, even on your phone. If you're the type of floater that just likes pure sensory deprivation, no music, no nothing, then you still want to use these, like Mo said, for earplugs, just in general, but also to set an alarm on your phone to make sure you don't float for 8 hours instead of 1 or 2 on accident. So these are awesome. We have tons of float centers. They order these from us regularly, mainly because of the 9-foot cord. It just makes it really awesome. So you can have a phone 9 feet outside of the tank and you inside using them.
Yeah, they're really great. And I have been guilty of not waking up to an alarm in a float tank. And Shane showed up at our office and woke me up.
Nice.
So
Were you using these?
I was not.
Oh,
And clearly I should have been,
Oh,
because
geez.
then problem solved. But the next thing our upgrade comes with, which is one of the coolest things that it comes with, is salt.
I was like, what else is? I don't have anything else.
You're like, we've used it all. So, this is our salt. You need 800 pounds for the float tank, and I think we deliver 850 pounds.
Yep.
So you'll get 850. They come in 25-pound bags like this. And the extra 50 pounds is for your water maintenance. So over time, through evaporation and just getting in and out of your tank or tent, you're gonna lose some salt and water. So when you fill the water back up, you'll have to add maybe a cup of salt every few weeks or so. So that's what the extra 50 pounds are for. But to source this on your own can be really expensive and really difficult to find. We get like a medical grade Epsom salt. So buying it with your tank, with your tent, is definitely the most cost effective and just most convenient way to go to source your salt. And so if you don't live in the lower 48 states, we can help you source it locally to you to help cut down on shipping and just more convenient for you. But yeah.
Yeah, so you'll get 34 of these bags in the Float Ready. So you'll use 32 to fill up your tank initially. And then, like Mo said, 50 pounds for maintenance. So this is probably the biggest value of the Float Ready package, just because, you know, our salt is, how much is it? $12.75 per bag. Is that right? I think it's like, it's about $12.75 per bag, which equates to like 51 cents a pound. You're not going to find that price anywhere else. A lot of float centers get their salt from us too, just because we have the best price. But also, you know, the delivery charge. Once we include all this extra stuff, especially the 850 pounds of salt, your tank weighs about 150 pounds, you know, when it's just dry and no water in it. So now the package is 1,000 pounds to ship. And that's where, you know, one of the bigger parts of the expense comes from, that you're not going to avoid no matter who you buy your salt from. So you might as well get it from us because it's the cheapest, and you'll get your just everything sent to your door. You know, we include what's called a lift gate service with our delivery, meaning that the truck driver will actually drive the salt pallet and your tank pallet, which is, you know, a big 4x4 pallet that it shows up on. They try to get it as close to the door that you want them to get it to, just so that you can walk it into your house easily. Whereas if you don't have the lift gate service, then basically you have to be at home, you know, for the delivery for sure, because you have to get in the truck and unload all the salt yourself. Whereas with our service, they'll just drop it off as close to your front door as possible. So super valuable to get the deliver or the Float Ready package from us for that reason as well.
Yeah, so The float ready package includes shipping, so that covers when you pay, the price that you pay is going to cover the tank, the tent, all the extra supplies, all the salt, and all of the shipping. Where if you were to buy everything separately, you'd also have to pay for shipping separately. So yeah, that's just a great way to go to get everything.
Yeah, and it'll just, finding this, well, first of all, you can't find the filter bags anywhere else. You have to get these from us. This other stuff you can find, it'll just be super stressful for you probably to find it all. And are we still alive? And anyhow, so it'll just take you a lot more time, and you'll probably spend more money sourcing it all on your own. So the main reason why people in the lower 48 states don't get the float ready package is because it's $1,000 more than the tank itself, and people feel, which it's salt, and a sponge and test strips, which you think would be very easy to find and that you could get a really good deal on. But just the whole reason why we put it together is because people were calling us back trying to buy this stuff anyways because it was too stressful to do on their own. So you might as well just get it from us and we'll make it easy.
Yep.
And then the only thing you need to get on your own, and this is probably short term, we're trying to figure out a hydrogen peroxide source and get all the licenses and everything to be able to ship it ourselves. But if you get the float ready package, literally the only thing you need to get is 1 gallon of 35% hydrogen peroxide. Everything else will be shipped to your door, so you're float ready.
Yes. So yeah, we are looking at getting that, but otherwise, as soon as all of this shows up at your house, you will be ready to float, which that's super exciting.
Do we have a pair of scissors?
We do.
Should I dump this all over Mo?
No, we should definitely not do that.
Let's take a vote.
I don't think we have scissors.
Who thinks I should dump this all over Mo?
No, thumbs down. Dislike this video.
It's 1-on-1 right now, 1 versus 1.
I don't think we have scissors in the office anyways, so who has scissors these days?
Nobody.
All right, I think we got a question.
We have a couple of questions from John.
Okay.
So he'd like to know how much the complete package is.
It is, well, for the tank, it is $5,200 versus $4,200 if you just buy the tank itself. So $1,000 more, so $5,200 for the tank. And then the tent is $2,200 for the tent, and then $1,000 more for that for the float ready. So $3,200 for the tent.
Yes.
And then he would also like to know, can you bleach the inside of it?
Bleach the inside of what?
Of the tank.
For cleaning, or?
Believe so, yes.
I mean, you can, but you don't need to. Bleach is a really harmful chemical. You're floating in this water, which is why we opted for hydrogen peroxide versus chlorine or bromine or something like that. So you don't need to bleach the inside of the tank, because if you're following our water maintenance routine, your tank, just having salt water in there, it's already easier to maintain than a hot tub or a pool because it's salt water. It's inherently cleaner water because salt disinfects, most things. But there are still things that can happen in there, which is why we use, hydrogen peroxide in a cleaning system. So yes, you could, but you probably don't want to.
Yeah, it could be harmful for skin, I would imagine, depending on how much you put in. And our filtration system works really efficiently. We upgraded that maybe a year and a half ago, and it's a single pump filtration system that's super powerful. Also has a UV light to kill other bacteria and microbes, and it cycles through all of the water. The entire tank gets cycled through the filtration system within 1 hour, within about an hour. So it's definitely